Spooky. Hello, everybody. It is your favorite NBA Yap artist. We are here again. Some crazy stuff in the league last night. Austin Reeves. What are we seeing? Is this for real? Is this serious? Is this an all-star year for Austin Reeves? Is this an all-NBA year for Austin Reeves? Damn near. Kind of feels like it at the start, at least. Anthony Davis injured. We'll wait and see more information about that if any comes out. A few other things to talk about today. If you guys like these videos, leave a like, leave a comment. Over half of you are not subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. Most of you, liking is free. Like the video. Let's take a sip of coffee. And let's get down to business. Okay. Let's start with this Lakers game. What's going on with Jake LaRavia? The Timberwolves have had, obviously, a disappointing start to the season. I talked about them a few days ago, and I talked about the most disappointing teams across the league. They're 2-3. They've been one of the worst defensive teams in the league. Obviously, they've been dealing with injuries up and down their roster. Anthony Edwards has played, what, 1-2 games total? So some excuses there baked in for them. There are some things I'm concerned about. I talked about it a couple days ago. I mean, Gobert, watch him play, bro. Gobert looks washed. I mean, he did at times last year look a step slow. He looks a step slower this year. That's huge. That's huge and bad for them. Very bad. From what we've seen from this team so far, I don't see serious contender. I just don't. Now, there's a lot of things that can change between now and April, obviously. So not writing them off or anything, but there's quite a bit that needs to be ironed out for them, to put it lightly. But the Lakers, really managing well in this little stretch without Luka. A lot of that has to do with, obviously, the incredible play of Austin Reeves, who didn't shoot well last night, had the game winner, obviously. Didn't shoot well last night, but 16 assists to only 3 turnovers. So far this season, 34 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 10 assists. Third player ever to record 170 points, 50-plus assists for the first 5 games. I mean, that's crazy. 7th player ever to tally 25-plus points and 5-plus assists in each of the first 5 games of the season. So it has been a spectacular start to the year for Austin Reeves, and it's really been his playmaking that's always been good that has just really stood out to me. I mean, first and foremost, right, again, Gobert just getting cooked. I mean, where the fuck's he going here? Like, he's not doing anything in this possession at all besides getting cooked. I mean, it's a tough shot, right? It's a tough shot. And to Minnesota's credit, they did storm back late in this game to go up 1 late, even though it looked like they were going to lose by 20 at times. But it is Austin Reeves' playmaking that has been spectacular to me. I've pointed out stats like this before, but him and Luka with LeBron off the floor were incredibly successful last year, that duo, that pairing. The 3 of them together were just a little bit weird and wonky, which I think is understandable. And I think it's partially because, like, I really do think Reeves is good enough right now just to straight up be the second ball handler and second guy on a really good team. Like, that's kind of where he's at in his offensive game now. It's kind of a perfect guard next to Luka, which is why all summer long, whenever I heard these, like, the Lakers need to trade Reeves, I was like, that makes no fucking sense at all. Then what? What happens when you trade Austin Reeves? LeBron's going to retire next year or go somewhere else, and then what? Then what do you have on your team? Austin Reeves is a very good player, and he plays so well next to Luka. Why? Because he doesn't need the ball in his hands. He can play off ball, right? He's a good spot shooter. He's a smart cutter. He's somebody who can attack shifted defenses. But also, if he does need the ball in his hands, he's very good. He's good at getting to his spots. So far this season, I mean, it feels like he can get to the paint anytime he wants, which is, he's not like this quick twitch athlete, but he's just very, he's a smart driver. He attacks angles well. And yeah, he knows he's a grifter, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. He's a foul grifter, right? So he's good at drawing contact and getting to the rim, and defenders know that. So I think it makes life a little bit easier for him driving to the rim. But yeah, I mean, we've gotten a 50 piece from him so far, a game winner. Like, are we going to get an all-star season from this dude? Is that what we're about to see? Are we going to get an all-NBA season from this guy? Like, that seems preposterous to me, but it might not be. Like, I saw people saying that he's going to be an all-star this year, and I was thinking, not in the Western Conference. But then I think about it more, and I'm like, well, fuck. Maybe he could be an all-star. So anyways, a crazy game for Austin Reeves. Honestly, not even one of his better games, but racking up those assists and obviously that clutch play. Again, he's just playing so well. I mean, just playing so well off of his teammates, creating offense for himself, creating offense for others. His passing's been great. Jake LaRavia had his best game of the season. Hilarious moment in the game last night where a fan goes, what's Jake LaRavia's number 12? Yeah, fan goes, who's number 12? And Anthony Edwards goes, I'm trying to figure out the same thing. He did have more points last night than he did in the first 5 games of the season combined. So that did happen. I'm sure Anthony Edwards knows now. But anyways, I can't believe what I'm seeing from Austin Reeves, bro. I knew he was good. Like, I knew Austin Reeves was a good player. I know he had a shitty playoffs last year, but I know he's a good player. I just, like, him being able to tap into this stuff is like, dude, could he go to a team like Dallas, for example, and be a lead ball handler and be like the guy on a team that's trying to win? Could he go to a team like Orlando, and kind of fill that role? Could he go to a team like Miami and kind of fill that role on a team that's trying to be good and win a bunch of games? That's what I'm starting to ask myself. Because if the answer to that question is yes, and if teams across the league and front offices across the league think the answer to that question is yes, well, then his free agency next year becomes a little bit more interesting. Because there could be teams out there that are like, yo, we've got $50-60 million freed up. Like, Austin Reeves could be a guy. That could be a guy we go after, which could make that market a little bit more interesting. I do think he stays in LA ultimately, but because I do think he's a really great fit next to Luka long term. But yeah, he's been incredible to start this season. And I would say probably from a player's, like Wemby, to me, just watching him play, clear that he's taken this next step forward into being maybe the best player on the planet right away. Cool. But Reeves is like one of the bigger stories too. This is like legit all-star level play here. Legit all-star level stuff. All right. Mavs beat the Pacers. I'm not going to talk much about this game because everybody on Indiana was hurt. A lot of people on Dallas hurt as well, including Anthony Davis, who gets hurt 6 minutes into the game. He heads to the locker room, entered the game with bilateral Achilles tendinopathy, which is what he was listed. He was listed as probable on the injury report, and it looked as though he was holding his Achilles area when he came off. Now, if this were a torn Achilles or something, we would have known by now. So I don't think it's that. I do want to point out something because I saw this get brought up. People, the Mavs are the easiest thing to dunk on in the world. If you're somebody on Twitter who you don't have any emotion really, it's been a while since you've gotten like 10 likes on a tweet or something. The easiest thing you can do right now is just blast the Mavericks. It's the easiest thing you could ever do. It's just free. It's free interactions. We know this, right? It's all good. Hey. And there's plenty of reasons to do so. Like, I'm not carrying any water for him. Go ahead and do it. But it's just what we've seen. People saying, like, of course the Mavs played him. He played through this exact thing with the Lakers last year. Listed on the injury report, the same exact thing in games for LA and played with it. So we'll see what comes from this. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. It's clearly something that's bothered him for at least a couple of years at this point in time. But yeah, not great. Obviously not good. Don't want him to get injured. Yeah, say whatever you want about the dude. Say whatever you want about his fit on the team and whether or not they should keep him or not. But I'm not the pseudo celebrating an injury is just a little bizarre to me. And then you have Cooper Flagg. Look at this fucking dork right here, man. Cooper Flagg had a nice game this one. I thought it was his best game so far yet in his career. Hit the too small celebration on Mac McClung. I didn't realize that was going to lead to think pieces. The concept of being the number one pick and the most league-ready prospects that's brought hitting too small celebration a 6'2 G League journeyman. He's such a loser. I don't like him. Yeah, this guy's a fucking dork. Anyone who thinks this is a dork loser in real life. All right, so that much needs to be said and laid out and established right away. I saw people in the replies to this tweet who are like, he did it over a 6'2 person. It's like, yeah, he's too small. That's why you do that. That's why you do the emote. When they're too small, you tell them they're too small. Mac McClung's so much smaller. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point of the fucking emote. And then people, 6'2 G League journeyman, people tell on themselves all the time for never having played a sport at any competitive level ever, including pickup recreational sports. Dead serious. People tell on themselves all of the fucking time. The too small emote is like the most commonly used emote there is. Along with, I see the VJ Edgecombe, you're not like that thing. That's also like the most commonly thing said on a basketball court anywhere in the United States of America. Too small and you're not like that. God, man, what a bunch of loser ass dorks. Seriously. The biggest fucking losers. Oh, also a hilarious moment in this game. Mavs kind of built a lead, and the Pacers just didn't shoot well from three all night, but then started hitting every three they shot in the last 2 minutes of the game. And then they had this situation, Pacers down by 3. Mavericks intentionally foul. So Ray J. Dennis, I think this is who this is, misses the free throw intentionally. And look at this shit. It rolls right to Aaron Nesmith, who is wide open for three. Why? And that shot looks good. I mean, out the hands, that looks good. Everybody on Indiana thought it was good. Oh, man. Can you imagine if that went down? Holy hell. Not a night to remember for Aaron Nesmith, by the way. Not a night to remember. 2 of 16. Yeesh. This was kind of a sad state of affairs. Both these teams, the Pacers winless so far this season, obviously dealing with so many injuries. Halliburton out, Nembhard out, Mathurin out, Obi Toppin out, TJ McConnell out. But then on the Mavs side, Kyrie out, AD plays 7 minutes, Gafford out, Lively out. Like the Mavs' big strength, their front court has already been decimated. And it's funny because I saw people, again, if you haven't gotten motion in a while, let's do a quick little dunk tweet, even if it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't have to make sense. People's like, oh, everyone said the Mavericks had the best depth, and now Dwight Powell's playing, and Brandon Williams having to play. And it's like, you just described depth. I hope you are aware of that. When we came into the season talking about, well, if injuries happen, they do have, you just described depth. That's what that means. Like, Dwight Powell is a competent NBA player. Okay. Do you want him playing 30 minutes a night regularly for you? No. If he's playing 30 minutes a night regularly for you, you're in deep, deep trouble. We've seen it before. But he is a competent NBA player who is a smart basketball player. Brandon Williams is a good NBA player, competent NBA rotation player. So, yes, having those guys on the end of your bench that can plug in and play when you're hurt, you just described what depth is. Congratulations. You just inadvertently did it. I did check out this Portland-Utah game only because I don't think I'd seen a Utah game yet, so I wanted to watch it. Utah is fun. They always do this early season shit, I feel like. Now, they're not winning games, really, but they are scoring a lot of points. And Lauri Markkanen is playing really, really well so far. I feel like he just needs some type of international play to kind of boost his aura level going into the season. Because, he's playing really well. He's moving well. Just hitting threes and attacking the rim and playing defense. Felt like last year his defense kind of, just from I didn't watch a ton of Jazz games last year, but it felt like Lowry's defense wasn't where it was the year before, where he was an all-star and looked really good. Now it kind of feels like it's reverting back to that a little bit, where there's just a little bit more buy-in, I think, defensively. Keontae George had a good game in this one. They're an interesting team. Ace Bailey hasn't gotten a lot of run. Last night was his best game. But hasn't gotten a lot of run, came into the season dealing with this illness and hadn't really found his footing just yet. Cody Williams got some second half minutes in this one, and he was in this like closing group for the Jazz. It had this massive comeback that made this a 3-point game with like 5 seconds left. But it's 10th overall pick a year ago who's like not in the rotation really. Like he got out there, they threw, the Jazz were losing by like 20 points, and they were just throwing lineups out there, and he finally got out there in the second half. Like he's not in their rotation really, at least not right now. Elijah Harkless came in and was just hounding motherfuckers, just playing disgusting defense. But the Jazz, or the Trailblazers, we talk about guys like could Austin Reeves be a potential first-time All-Star? Lauri Markkanen, not a first-time All-Star, but is he somebody who, can make his way back to the All-Star game? Denny Avdia did not have a great game last night necessarily, but he's off to a really good start. He had a great year last year. There are times where he's just not as assertive. Like, I don't think he could be an all-star just because I don't think he has that turn it on, I'm going to take this game over level that, like, even Austin Reeves most certainly has. Shaedon Sharpe, I want to believe in him so bad. I really do. It's funny because I'm looking at this. 18 points on 6 of 14. Like, not efficient from the field. Turn the ball over, forced to 4 turnovers, 0 assists. But I just feel like with him, every point he scores is loud, if that makes sense. Like every time he hits a 3 or something, and it's, or he gets like an off the dribble shot, it looks so impressive to me. Where it's like, look at that athleticism mixed with that skill, but it hasn't fully came together just yet. It hasn't fully came together just yet in a way that you would like to see because they just paid him, right? Orlando, oof. It's crazy because Jamal Mosley was the coach of the year betting favorite heading into this. And honest to God, I do not know if he makes it to Thanksgiving. I really don't know if he makes it to Thanksgiving. They are in a bad, bad way right now. 1-4. They have had one of the worst offenses in the league. That's not that surprising. Who's this one? Angelina Jolie. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm in the fucking middle of something, man. Like, oh. Anyways, they've been one of the worst offenses in the league, carrying that over from last year. And defensively, they've been really bad. They're trying to play with pace offensively. They're trying very hard to up their pace and not get in these 94 to 88 rock fights that they've found themselves in years past. The problem, though, is offensively, they're not really built to play that way. And I think some of the more concerning stuff, like, look, they're shooting terribly to start the season. Okay. They shot, like, their first half in this game was good. They shot well from three. They were putting up threes. Second half, that completely went out the window. Like, Desmond Bane will get it figured out from three. Jalen Suggs has looked good so far this season. He's on like a 20-minute restriction. You'll look better whenever he's playing 30, 35 minutes, right? Assuming that he's healthy, correct? But the concerning stuff is it's like, all right, year 4 of Paulo. Is this year 4 or year 2? Is it year 4? That's actually nuts to me if we're in it is year 4, isn't it? That's actually kind of crazy. He's in year 4. Year 4 of Paulo, year 5 of Franz. At a certain point, I want to see the role player mentality Franz Wagner has flip off. And I want to see the star level player that he absolutely could be. I want to see that switch on. And I want to see him take over games. And I don't want to see him turn into a nothing player in the second half of games, which is what he has been so far this season and really throughout his whole career. And for Paulo, like, dude, him and Tobias Harris get into this. Like, they're fucking talking shit to each other the entire game. It's awesome, right? They're talking shit. Bro, Tobias Harris dominated them in the second half of this game. Like, dominated him. I don't know. I'm starting to get some weird fifis with Paulo. I'm starting to get some weird fifis. Obviously, everybody is. It's one of the biggest talks of the start of the season. Is this Magic team and how Paulo's playing? Or I guess more so how he's not playing. And I did like how he looked early in the game. 7 assists. I wonder how many of those were in the first half, because he looked assertive. He looked like he was driving aggressively at the rim and playmaking off of that. And I like that. I like that skill set he has quite a bit. But then it feels like fourth quarter comes around. He's like, all right, well, I'm the best player on the team. So it's time for me to take over. And it's time for me to shoot a bunch of mid-range jumpers and step backs. And it's just dog shit out of a butt. Like, I'm just being real with you. Somebody tweeted this out. Usage per quarter. As you can see, Paulo's usage per quarter raises up to nearly 35% in the fourth. And the Mavs offensive, or the Magic offensive rating by quarter tails off pretty significantly. Obviously, super small sample size stuff here, but look at Franz. Out of this group of guys right here that are included on the list, Desmond Bane, Franz, Anthony Black, Tristan Da Silva, Jalen Suggs, Franz is the lowest usage rate in the fourth quarter. A lot of that's Jamal Mosley, and why I think, like, dude, I don't know if he makes it at Thanksgiving, but also a lot of that's like, dude, Franz, can you just fucking get the ball and do shit, man? I know sometimes hey, look, I know you have to be past the ball. I get that, right? But, dude, grab a rebound and just go. Hey, fuck it, I'm not passing. Or I'm not passing until I generate an open look. I'm going to grab a rebound and I'm bringing it up. Or, hey, I'm going to bring the ball up this possession. Demand the ball. Demand the ball, right? That's what I want to see more from Franz. Cade was awesome this game. I fucking love Cade. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I just love the way he plays. Love it. Dallas kid. Arlington kid, but really Dallas kid, right? Also, Duncan Robinson. Hey, look, it's any volume 3-point shooter, right? I feel like they'll probably do this. They'll probably just cycle through these guys. Who's next? Who's going to be the next guy on the Pistons? The next volume 3-point shooter. They had Tim Hardaway Jr. last year, Duncan Robinson this year. Trying to think which Malik Beasley, obviously, who could come back. Trying to think who's the next volume 3. Maybe Clay, maybe a little bit of a washed Clay, but kind of just fits in, right? Just spaced the floor for us a little bit. Could be. And then I just want to briefly talk about the Pelicans situation here. They're the only winless team in the Western Conference. Jokic has had 4 straight triple-doubles to start the season. So, you know, he looks good. Statistically, he's been good. I still think, you know, physically, he'll get better as the season goes on, obviously. But the Nuggets look fantastic. The Pelicans look like utter shit. Jeremiah Fears was really good in this game. I only watched about 15 game minutes of it, but Jeremiah Fears did look good. Getting to the rim, you know, and getting shots at the rim that aren't assisted, right? Creating those opportunities for himself, which is you like to see from a young guy. Trey Murphy's been bad so far this season. No two ways around it. Obviously, he's somebody that you trade some guys away, right? And part of your logic, I think, is like, hey, Trey Murphy's somebody who could step up for us. Like Trey Murphy's somebody who can slot into this role and become like the second guy next to Zion. He's just not doing that at all. And this team looks lost, completely lost. And they don't, I mean, if I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe this. Now, the good news for the Pelicans, well, not good news, but I'd say bad news for the Hawks is like, since they don't have a reason to shut it down and tank, you know, they'll probably be winning some garbage games late in the season when other teams are shutting it down and tanking, and they're just playing for pride at that point to not hand wrap you a top 3 pick. But my Lord, in this Western Conference, I do not know. I don't know what's next for this team. It sounds like Willie Green's days away from being fired, it sounds like. I don't know. This is a dire situation. Dire. I was saying during the stream watching these games, I was like, man, it's hard not to feel like the Mavs are in the worst place. I'm saying that more from like a vibes perspective. Obviously, in terms of long-term team construction and stuff, they're clearly not in the worst place. Not even close. But like vibes and just like how shitty things feel, they're probably the worst. I don't know. You got the sad Kings who are also looking really bad to start the season, and this Pelicans team. I think this Pelicans team probably takes the cake. I think it has to take the cake. I think it's got to be number one. DeAndre Jordan's starting in 12 minutes. I mean, what's going on with Reeves Missy? All right. Well, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe.